Ofe Akwu from scratch. It's going to be like a proper step-by-step way of making Ofe Akwu. I heard that Ofe Akwu and banga is totally different because I noticed that banga is a little more thicker than Ofe Akwu, or I think there is something else they add in banga soup. I mean, I've never made banga soup before, but I think that's the next thing I'm going to do. I want to make banga soup. I don't know why it's so alike with Ofe Akwu. So here I was washing my akwu and I want to boil it. On this day, we took 40,000 naira to the market. So let me just say, yes, we took 40,000 naira to the market. And let me say, by the time we came back, my cousin was asking me, what did we actually buy? What did we actually buy? I bought akwu. I bought tomato. I bought pepper. Let me explain. The tomato I bought was 1,000 naira. In case people are thinking it's like one big tomato that I bought. No, it's not. It's just 1,000 naira tomato, pepper, 500 naira. All those very tiny things. And the nylon was looking very small. So my cousin was like, there's no way there is money is missing somewhere. When we calculated it, the way the money increased, to shock you, we spent 40,000 naira in one day, and I didn't buy any meat. Not like I just bought chicken, 1.5 kilo. That was all. The 1.5 kilo said now half kilo I used to cook this Ofe Akwu because the 1 kilo was for something else. So how do I explain where 40,000 naira went to? How do I explain it? But anyways, I was done washing the akwu, so I decided to switch pots and put it on fire. So I left it to cook and I went to take care of, see the kilo of chicken I bought for this. I bought half kilo, but the way I took my mother's dry fish, I cannot wait for her to come back and shout at me. Because this is a house. I took my mother's dry fish and I see dry fish, stockfish to cook this soup so that it look as if there's plenty of protein. That was very good this thing. So I was washing my meat. So this is blended onion. It looks like there's pepper inside, but the thing is that I used the blender for pepper to blend the onions, so that was it. So I added everything, my pepper, my seasoning cube, and this chicken is very soft. So what I did was I just cooked it a bit because I wanted it a little bit of the chicken water. I did not add any water, like extra water, apart from what you're seeing now. The chicken is already very soft. I just let it cook for like a little bit, and then I took out the chicken and air fried it, so that when you put it in your Ofe Akwu, it will not become, it will not scatter. So I took it out and I fried it. Okay, so my aku is properly cooked. I can't remember how long I left it on fire, but maybe I can't keep track of time. So let's just assume 20 minutes or 30 minutes or more. But how you will know your aku is properly cooked, I would just advise you to take one. Like when you've left it on fire for a long time, you bring out one and use your hand and try to press it together. If it's what's it called? If it's soft, it will dissolve. Or how's that thing called? It just melts in your hand or something. And if it's your hands are not working, just eat one. Yeah, I do that a lot. I eat aku. So yeah, so this is me pounding it. And the reason why I did not put the aku back on fire while I'm pounding this set is because I brought it out of fire immediately and I went straight to pounding. You don't want your aku to be cold. Like, you don't want the next batch, if you're like making a lot of Ofe Akwu, you don't want to like leave it and then it gets cold before you like pound the next batch. I would advise, just my opinion, I don't know if it will still come out if you leave it cold. I've never tried it, but my mind is just telling me that if you leave your aku out and maybe you're still pounding and it's getting really cold and maybe you have so much aku to pound, it probably will not pound properly. So you probably just leave it on low heat. But as you can see, what I'm pounding is pretty small. And this day I was so tired. I did not have the patience to pound this thing for long. I just wanted to get it over with because I've been videoing all day. And doing this thing myself, I will not lie to you, is extremely stressful. Like having to do everything and having to pound, set your camera, go back, rearrange your camera again, just to get content that probably will not get up to 100 views. So anyway, so this is me pounding the second batch of aku. And when I'm done pounding it, at this point, I won't lie to you guys, I was trying to be very fast because my battery was on 20%. So this thing you're seeing now that I'm trying to wash it. No, after pounding, I kept it aside. I went to go and charge my phone. And I'm using my phone. And I have just one phone. So I have to use my phone. And iPhone, I can't just plug my phone on power bank and then be recording. First of all, those iPhone, my phone is extra, they overheat fast. When I was even recording, it was hot, very, very hot. So I had to go charge and then I had to come back later and wash it. But I boiled water and I poured the hot water inside. Then as you can see what I'm doing, I'm trying to make sure that all the oil is coming out properly. And I'm going to sieve it out and I'm going to pour it back into my pot and just do it again and rinse it again and make sure that it's properly oh my god, it's properly clean, like the oil are properly extracted. So yeah, that's it. Just make sure that your palm kernel is clear. As you can see, I added a little cold water because I can't put my hand inside this thing. I tried, but I still let me cook my finish hot water, and after I'm going to cook it and I'm going to allow it to cook for a while. So I'm just gonna do this. So I was finally done. I washed my dry fish. I'm sure you saw it in the beginning of the video. And then a little meat water. I just poured everything into my aqua and I left it to cook. So this is water I rinsed from my blender, the pepper and onions water. I added that one there. I'm just going to let it cook for a while. Then you like the water will reduce in size. The aqua water will reduce in size. So yeah. See, I've noticed I don't know how to do voice over because first of all, I don't have any story. People usually tell story when they're doing this stuff, but as I don't have any story to tell now, that's why you see some parts you just probably just be hearing sound because I don't have any story. Still, I do have story, but by the time I'm telling that story, I might forget that I'm doing video and I'll just be talking and be going because I like gist as much as people like gist. Isn't it amazing how the oil was coming off? I really thought this thing was going to stress me to take out though, but it came out so easy. It was just so easy. Oh, I was so tired. I won't even lie to you guys. I was so tired because this thing took like hours and hours and hours for me to finish. Yes. My memory card was full. I mean, my phone storage was full, so I could not show you guys me cleaning up that sink because phone storage was full. So this is me using my cousin's phone. We use the same phone, so this is me using my cousin's phone. And here I was worried. I was like, hey, this thing is not taking. No, what's going on? Why is it still watching like this? I was like, God, what kind of problem is this? So I just went ahead and added everything I'm supposed to add. My yellow pepper. I did not want to add some red pepper. I'm sorry, I said, what am I saying? Bikono. I did not want to add pepper, like extra red pepper. But I just said, let me just add it. I didn't think that the pepper I added was enough. Big mistake. Because this akwu was spicy. Edible, but spicy. I don't like my Ofe Akwu really spicy like that. So that was some crayfish. I added some crayfish. My phone just fell off my hand. I added my seasoning cubes, my pepper, my everything. Just make sure it's sweet. I added some salt. I literally added everything because I was tired. And then I was asking my cousin here that why is this thing foaming like this? I hope the banga, because I added some banga season. I was like, this one I is swelling like this. Oh, the banga season is not ogbono. Because the akwu kept on, look at, it was so smooth. But later on I realized that, okay, it's fine. It's okay. And I was still worried. Like, I was like, hey, this thing doesn't want to take in. No. This thing doesn't want to take in. I added like this bangas and I added like 3 of it or so. Please, when you're making Ofe Akwu, be careful with your seasoning because this thing needs a lot of seasoning. I won't even lie for you. What I mean by be careful, like try to make sure you add the proper amount of seasoning so it's not under seasoned and it's not over seasoned. So you have to be checking in between. So I added more seasoning because I noticed that I could not taste anything. I had to add more seasoning, I had to add more seasoning, added more salt. And then I added my, my scent leaf. I didn't even let it cook for long. So after I added my scent leaf, the thing was not thick. I was like, oh, mommy, I'm tired. So the initial plan was I was going to go and fry tomato, because my mom does that. She adds in tomato, she'll fry it and then add it to the akwu. So the plan was to add it in tomato and make it thicker. But after I turned off my gas and left the akwu, I came back and it was thick. I left it, like I just came back to just check and it was already thick. So I will still end up adding the tin tomato. Let me just tell you guys the truth. But it's not because I want it to be thick. Because the next day we ate this food, and I'm not even joking with you, it is actually thick. It ended up being thick. So I'm adding the tin tomato because of the pepper. The ratio of pepper I put in this food, my food was testing, it was really hot. So I'm sure by the time I'm posting this, I've added the tin tomato. So I'm going to fry tomato and onions, and then I'm just going to put it in the akwu and mix it together and just let it cook a bit, and that's it. It still tastes the same. My mom does that. I know a lot of people don't do this, because if I mistakenly post this thing on the internet with the tin tomato, I will be dragged. But somehow the pepper, what I put for this thing, the yellow pepper was hot. I added some red, and then I forgot that the onions I blended, the pepper, there was still pepper in the blender, so I just forgot. So that was it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The akwu was very sweet. It's very sweet. I love Ofe Akwu, so I'm not going to even lie for you guys. I enjoyed it, just a little bit too spicy. So so this was when it was thick. So thank you guys for watching.